Hi ladies, hello, welcome into today's amazing class. We're going to be chatting about one of my favorite topics, which are the feminine energy beauty rituals in order to awaken your sacred sensuality, also known as your vivacious delight as a woman. So make sure you listen until the end because I'm going to give you a few bonus tips and examples and practices for this class as well. So vivacious delight is a term that I created, and it's all about you embodying the energy of pleasure as a divine feminine woman. So vivaciousness is the energy of curiosity and wonder for life. It's about you having very welcoming and sweet type of invitation in your energy. It's very adventurous, it's very animated, it's very playful and sparkly, and just you learning how to appreciate the beauty of yourself and the beauty of the life that's around you. So your pleasure as a woman is like oxygen to this planet, and the kind of woman who's in that embodiment is very inspiring and nourishing to be around. These powerful exercises that I'm going to share with you today, this is one way for you to learn how to charge yourself up for the day, rejuvenating yourself with that effervescent type of spark and vibration and that high voltage type of energy from the inside out. And that's going to give you that magnetic wow factor when you're interacting with other people, really giving you that feeling of exuberance and playfulness and security and safety from the inside out. So there's a few layers to this topic of vivacious delight that I've created. So this particular class covers the energetic side of things, giving you those practical examples and exercises on how to actually generate that inner voltage, that spark, that high voltage magic inside of you. However, there's also another class that I want you to go watch as well, which is about living in your vivacious delight. And that's more so of the practical lifestyle guidance on how to elevate these 7 specific key areas, very important areas of your life in order to flourish into your personal power as a woman. So you can go over into your membership area to view that class and all the other classes that I have uploaded for you as well. So imagine 3 different types of women. So the first woman, she is very depleted and very energetically barren on the inside. Maybe her body language is a little bit hunched over. She's like a withered flower. She's got her nose looking down. Her eyes are looking down. She's avoiding eye contact. Imagine a second woman, the kind of woman who is very reactive, very on edge, always hypervigilant, always in survival mode and reactive and ready to fight with everybody, very controlling, very manipulative. She doesn't know how to relax. She doesn't know how to trust people. She's always causing fights and arguments everywhere she goes. It seems like her only way of getting attention and feeling significant and validated is if she's causing problems and stress to people, especially her man. Now imagine a third woman, the kind of woman who is very soft in her energy and in the way that she carries herself. She's very flowy. She's very feminine. She's very playful and light and alert. She's deeply connected to her body and her senses. She's receptive to the world around her. And as you observe all 3 of these women, as you imagine them, what kind of energy do you feel from all of them and who are you more drawn to? So as you see, either we are very lifeless and vacant on the inside, and meek, very, very small in our demeanor. Either you are very reactive and aggressive to the point where you push everyone away because you're always causing problems everywhere you go. Or you are the kind of woman who is secure within herself and she's nourished and filled up. So the first woman in my examples has the energy of a computer. She might be very robotic, very shy, very small in her body language, not really present. The second woman is in survival mode. She's really controlling. She's really unnecessarily aggressive, always trying to prove something and prove herself to look powerful. Whereas the third woman is like a glass of champagne. She's bubbly and sparkling and tingly and lively. If you imagine sipping on champagne is very exciting to drink. It makes your taste buds tingle. It makes you feel alive, when you're drinking it. So vivacious delight is the same thing. You know, it's all about you plugging into that power source of aliveness, knowing how to rejuvenate the spark inside of you. And that's going to be your key to generating that magnetism and that inner glow that's going to make you really fascinating as a divine feminine woman. So let's start with a disclaimer. This is not about changing yourself to please anybody. This energy is actually already inside of you. What we have to do is learn how to do the healing and work our way from the inside out to melt away what's not you and allow the unique essence of who you are to begin to shine and emerge on its own. There's already a unique flavor of woman inside of you. What we're doing is learning how to bring that out so that you can embody your own unique personal embodiment of this vivaciousness and this vitality and figuring out what it looks like for you. You don't have to be like anybody else. You don't have to change yourself. You don't have to act like anything that you're not. This is more about you finding what works for you and then you learning how to express whatever flavor works for you. So as very intellectual, successful, you know, sexy, modern women, a lot of us have gotten confused about where our value actually is. So let me know if you can relate to being taught that we have to prove ourselves and run ourselves in circles and be independent and show off our accomplishments and impress people with how much money that we have. And although the successful side of you deserves to be acknowledged, there's nothing wrong with being an adult and being able to take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Understand that if you only show up with that type of energy, it's going to lead to a dead end because it's not really coming from your soul. So I want you to realize as a woman, you also have a beautiful spirit to you as well. You have beautiful energy. There's other qualities to you besides your resume that make you valuable, that make you beautiful, that make you an amazing, unique type of person. So this class is all about learning how to discover that and tap into that. You're more than just your resume. You are more than just your money. You're more than your car. You are more than just your house. There's a soul inside of you that holds a lot of value. There's energy inside of you that holds a lot of value. And this class and this entire program is all about you discovering that. And that's what the divine feminine energy is about. It's all about you tapping into those internal feminine qualities that already exist inside of you and allowing that to shine and allowing that to be your power. And there's a lot of power in the divine feminine energy that a lot of women don't realize. You know, you can get whatever you want, you know. Life is so much easier when you're in that receptive, creative, relaxed, soft type of energy, and you can live a very amazing life without having to overwork yourself and prove yourself and be chasing people to respect you. When you work your way from the inside out, that's going to give you much more sustainable results that feel a lot more fulfilling and satisfying for you. So energetically, a lot of women walk around with ties around their neck. You know, they're completely in their head in that intellectual, heady energy, but they're completely disconnected from that oasis of luscious power that resides within their body. So what we're doing is learning how to take away some of that restriction so that you can allow all of you to begin flowing. What we want to do is take it deeper and illuminate another part of who you are. So it's not about you watering yourself down or changing yourself or keeping how successful you are a secret. This is more about you learning how to cultivate the many layers and flavors of who you are, allowing all of you to shine so that you can be that multidimensional type of woman. So this energy will not only create more happiness and fulfillment for you, but for those of you who are in the dating world, it's also going to help you attract higher quality partners to you as well. So most men, whether they realize it or not, what they're looking for is the vibrancy of a feminine woman. So I was a bartender for a few years at a high-end golf club, and I've sat across from many, many drunk, successful, quality guys. So I have a really good idea on how their brains are wired and what they're really looking for on an intimate, emotional level. And a lot of them are craving the opposite energy of what they are. So if men are more so in their heads all the time, if they're always operating, you know, in that intellectual energy, they're always hopping from one task to the next, what they're going to be most attracted to is the opposite energy of that, which is the woman who's in that vitality, the woman who's in that sensuality, the woman who's in that playfulness and that exuberance. So you want to show up in that energy when you're navigating in the dating world, because that's going to give you a lot more options to choose from. A lot of men live very dull, mechanical, dry lives, is what they've told me. So When a woman is in the opposite energy of that, that's what creates that polarity, and that's what creates that magnetism, creating that magnetic pull. So, and that's when you become the intriguing, enchanting woman, you know, to a lot of men that are around you, because you're going to feel really foreign to them because you're so different than what they are. And that's really the mystique of the feminine. That's the art of elite feminine energy, elite feminine sovereignty, is you learning how to embody that feminine power inside of you and realizing how valuable that is. So basically, when you feel good within your skin, you're going to attract men and align with men who are on your level, who feel good around you too. So these men at the golf club that I was bartending at, what made them so enamored with Miss Ashley? Well, you know, I was getting bouquets of flowers brought to me on a regular basis. I was getting surprised with fancy bottles of wine and chocolates, you know, fancy chocolates and my favorite snacks. They were calling me to ask if I needed breakfast every morning. And they were just mesmerized by my voice, by my energy, and by the glow that I was giving off. So what is it about Vivacious Delight that inspires a man to be so generous? Well, first off, let's be clear that this is not about manipulating anyone or like taking anything from anybody. You know, these are all grown men. You know, whatever they were doing, whatever actions that they had towards me was upon their own free will. Like, I wasn't forcing them to do anything. I wasn't asking them to do any of it. They felt inspired to do that on their own. So what was causing that, right? That's the question, is what was causing that kind of response from them? Well, literally, when you are a woman who's embodied in the essence of who you are, men can really feel that energy and aura coming off of you, and they feel good around you. And what that does, it makes them want to respond with wanting to give you things in order to keep being around that type of energy. That, you know, they want to taste that intoxicating radiance that they see you marinating in. So again, keep in mind, like, these men were all adults, you know, these were grown men doing what they were doing with their own free will. So it's not about you as a woman forcing a man to do anything, taking anything from him, being entitled, being needy, being clingy, asking for outrageous things. A lot of women do that, and I actually don't agree with that type of entitlement that I see a lot of women have. You know, they feel entitled to a man's wallet or to his gifts or to his money just because they are who they are. I don't subscribe to that. I'm more about you working your way from the inside out, marinating in your own juiciness, in your own aura, in your own beautiful, intoxicating energy. And the result of that is the right men who want to be around you just because they feel good around you. You know, that's a much better approach. You know, it is a feeling of nourishment that you learn how to saturate yourself in. That's what we're going to learn how to do today with our 6 beauty rituals that I'm going to share with you in this class. And like I said, the more that you feel good within yourself, you attract men who feel good around you too, and who will do whatever it takes and give whatever they want to give in order to keep experiencing that and having that taste of that intoxicating, beautiful glow that you are giving off. So I remember one time I was sitting, this was at work, I was sitting next to a guy, and he jumped a little bit, and he was like, wow, I feel this warm energy vibrating off of you. You know, that's really cool. I had another regular customer that he would always tell me, you light me up. You know, he would say, you light me up. It's like a dynamite goes off in my body when I'm around you. And I get told a lot that my aura is really bright and how I shine like the sun and glow from the inside out, and how my eyes are sparkly and hypnotizing. So you're not doing anything to be that. You're not doing anything. You're literally just being yourself. You're being in the essence of who you are. You are deeply accepting of yourself. You feel good within your body. You feel secure within your body. You feel deeply nourished and connected to who you are. And how powerful does that sound? You know, instead of you having your energy go this way, overworking, forcing, controlling, being needy, being clingy, being insecure, being aggressive, trying to control men, trying to control the people around you to try to look powerful, or playing games and playing tricks on men. That's really exhausting when you keep going this way with all of your energy on a daily basis. I promise you, when you can work your way from the inside out, awaken that buzzing, effervescent, high voltage glow inside of you, you're going to end up drawing in whatever you want, whether that is higher quality dating options, more confidence, more satisfaction and joy and happiness for yourself, more fulfillment, and even higher quality friendships as well. I notice a lot of even the women want to be around me and be my friend as well. And that's because you just feel good to be around. And that's a very inspiring type of woman to see and to experience and to be around and to be connected to. So all of this was at the beginning. What I was experiencing at the golf club was at the beginning of my healing journey. So I wasn't quite sure what I was doing to get that response from the guys. Like, I wasn't really doing anything. That's why it was kind of like weird to me at first. I wasn't really sure why they were so mesmerized and like googly-eyed around me. But in hindsight, a couple of years later after that, looking back, I can see like that was the beginning of my divine feminine energy journey. And not only, the more I was working on myself, healing and bringing resolution to myself and healing from past baggage and past trauma and learning how to open myself up energetically and emotionally and learning how to connect to that sensuality inside of me, I noticed that not only was I creating more fulfillment and more joy in myself, but the response that I was getting from the men around me began to shift as well. It went from going from a very superficial type of attraction from the guys I was around into a more attraction where they actually cared about me as a person. They cared about who I uniquely was as a human. So that's the difference. That's a good thing to realize. Like when you awaken your soul, when you start leading from that beautiful aura, that beautiful energy inside of you, instead of you overworking and being needy and being clingy, when you learn how to be secure, when you learn how to feel good within your body, feel good within yourself, you'll tend to attract people who care about you as a person as well, as a whole person as well, because you care about yourself as a whole person, as a mind, body, and spirit. So I have over 25 years of dance experience as well. I've done ballet, I have done tap dancing, jazz, belly dancing, salsa, bachata, merengue, pole dancing, and all of that contributes to this expertise and knowledge on sensuality within this program as well. So it's one of my, it's part of my mission to help bring women back to being connected to their bodies again. Connected to that art of womanhood, that art of sacred sensuality. I've done a lot of studying on the ancient feminine energy healing rituals and, studying information from the geishas, in Asia. And, even like high-end courtesans had, certain practices that they were doing to embody their own womanhood, to embody the essence of who they are. And that all of that knowledge that I have been studying my entire life is what's in this program and what we're going to dig into this class as well. So later on in this class, I will also share a lot of the insights that I've had on my dance journey, helping you display more of your vitality and your body movement and allowing you to glide more easily and fluidly as you are navigating life. I really want to bring back the art of womanhood, the art of seduction, and being an irresistible woman. And I want you to realize how much value you carry and how much power that you have just for being a woman. It's not really about your resume. It's not about you overworking. Like I said before, you never have to overwork for love or respect ever again. I want you to learn how to generate the beauty of your feminine spirit. And what you'll see is that you're going to start attracting a lot more and better things to you as a result of that. So let's say that you're not embodied in this vitality and you are more closed off in your energy. And rightfully so, we all have baggage, we've all been through trauma and a lot of things that end up shutting us down, making us feel really cold and really guarded, and it's really understandable. However, if you stay in that, if you allow that to devour you, you're going to end up repelling good quality men, because good quality men are not going to want to force you to be open and force you to soften for them or with them. So if a good man encounters a woman who seems to be closed off, his first instinct is going to be to want to protect you by leaving you alone. A good quality guy is not going to want to put himself with a woman who's not already open to him, because that would be a very rapey energy to try to force you to be open if you're not already receptive and available for the right guy. So those better quality men, what I use the term supreme energy men to describe them. And that just means men who have, that healthy character, the kind of men who have the ability to cherish you and who want to add to your life and who want to care about you as a person and connect to you as a person, you know, beyond just the physical. Those type of guys are not going to come near you if you are more closed off, because you're not going to feel like you are, they're not going to feel like you are a place where they are received and where they are wanted. You know, so if there is no warm, open, playful, consensual invitation that's being exuded from your energy, how can you expect good quality men to want to pursue you? You know, you do have to commit to taking that time to become more energetically and emotionally available, learning how to trust yourself again, learn how to heal whatever baggage that you might be carrying. And we all have baggage. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of being human. But we do have to take some time to do some healing so that we can open ourselves up again if you do want to be receptive to the divine love that you really desire. So like I said, not only is this vitality going to help you find more satisfaction in yourself and in your life, but it'll also help you attract those higher quality dating options to you as well. So this vitality is how a woman can rejuvenate her inner beauty. So inner beauty is actually not about looks or your age. So any woman can exude this beautiful, luminous, radiant, effervescent glow if you stay consistent with the practices that I'm sharing with you in this class and in this program that I'm going to share with you right now. All right, my loves, let's get started. Ritual number 1 is going to be our self-seduction. Grab some water first.